Every morning, you open your eyes, but you're not really awake. You lie there, staring at the ceiling, stretching those extra minutes into what feels like an eternity. You know exactly what you should be doing, yet you don't move. Instead, you let laziness envelop you like a heavy, comforting blanket. Excuses start to flood your mind. I'll start tomorrow. I don't have the energy. I just need a bit more motivation. But tomorrow never arrives. And as night falls, the same nagging question creeps in as you drift off to sleep. What am I doing with my life? You're not alone. This is a battle many face. But here's the harsh truth. No one's coming to rescue you. No one's going to drag you out of bed or do the work for you. It's all on you. You decide if you rise or stay stuck. This is where Stoicism comes into play. Not as empty words or hollow motivation, but as a philosophy rooted in discipline, self-control, and an unshakable mindset. In this video, I'll show you how to take back control and take action. But before we dive in, ask yourself, are you ready to face the truth? If the answer is yes, keep watching, because this is where everything changes. Number 1, start now. There's no such thing as a perfect tomorrow. What are you waiting for? The perfect day? The perfect moment? A time when everything falls into place? No obstacles, no laziness, no procrastination? Wake up. That day will never come. You know it. I know it. We all know it. Yet you keep saying, I'll start tomorrow. But tomorrow is nothing but a lie. You keep telling yourself things to ease the guilt of hesitation. There was once a man named Richard who said he wanted to transform his life. He dreamed of starting a business, getting fit, reading more, and living with intention. But he kept delaying, waiting for the hectic days to calm down, for the right moment, for motivation to magically appear. Then one day he was hit with a terrifying realization. An entire decade had gone by. 10 years of waiting, and he was still in the same spot, the same version of himself, repeating the same promises that never turned into action. Are you like Richard? Caught in the same cycle of endless procrastination? Be honest with yourself. You don't have a shortage of time. You have more than enough. What you're missing is drive. What you're missing is discipline. It's not that you can't act, it's that you won't face the discomfort that comes with growth. You want ease, not challenge. But life isn't designed to be easy. Seneca once said, "While we are postponing, life speeds by." And that's the truth. While you hesitate, life keeps moving, and before you even notice, it's already miles ahead. Get this straight. There will never be an ideal time to begin. There will always be doubts, always reasons to hold back. You'll always feel too inexperienced, too uncertain, too imperfect. But no one is ever completely ready for the big things in life. Readiness is not a requirement, it's a result. You become ready by doing. You gain confidence through effort. You develop experience by throwing yourself into the fire. You grow when you take the first step. And right now your mind might whisper, but what if I fail? Let me tell you something real. Failure won't destroy you, but procrastination will silently kill your dreams. Fear is nothing more than a shadow. It only gains strength when you let it take control. But when you act, when you move forward, when you take ownership of your life, fear starts to fade. It doesn't vanish completely, but it loses its grip. Think of the parable from the Bible. The servant given money to invest. 2 of them took a risk and multiplied what they had. But the third, paralyzed by fear, buried his share in the dirt. When the master returned, he didn't scold him for losing money. He scolded him for doing nothing. So ask yourself, what are you doing with your chances? Are you using them, or are you hiding them under layers of doubt and fear? What's that thing you keep thinking about? Writing a book, launching a business, learning a new skill, changing your habits. The truth is, no one really cares about your plans or dreams. What matters is whether or not you take action. You want change? Then do something. Open your laptop and write that first sentence. Go to the gym. Make that call you've been avoiding. Move, right now. There's no magical time coming. What matters isn't perfect timing, it's perfect action. And perfect action means action taken immediately. So when the sun rises tomorrow, what will you say? I'll start tomorrow. Again? Or will you actually begin? That decision is yours. But don't forget, there's only one path that leads to greatness, and that path is built on consistent, deliberate action. And that journey, it starts right now, in this moment, before the day even begins. Number 2, win the morning, win the day. When the alarm clock rings, who are you? Are you the one who hits snooze and drifts back into sleep? Or the one who rises, alert and ready to face the day head on? Do you let your willpower collapse within the first few seconds of waking? Or do you claim authority over your day from the moment it begins? Be honest with yourself. Are you living like a winner, or are you quietly surrendering to defeat? Time doesn't care if you're tired, unmotivated, or unsure. It keeps moving. You either rise to master it, or it moves on without you and crushes you in the process. And it all begins with one crucial moment. The second your eyes open. Picture a warrior walking into battle, his armor hanging loose, his grip on his weapon weak, his thoughts foggy. What are his chances of winning? None. Yet that's exactly how many of us treat our mornings. You wake up late, stumble out of bed, rush through your routine, and then wonder why you feel stuck, drained, and unmotivated. You can't win a day that's already defeated you before it even began. Marcus Aurelius once said, "At dawn, when you struggle to get out of bed, tell yourself, I must go to work as a human being." You are not a child. You don't have the luxury of ignoring your responsibilities. You are not too weak to act. You are human, and your duty is to rise and move. So ask yourself, why do you keep hesitating? Why do you let a blanket and a soft pillow decide the course of your life? Why do you trade ambition for comfort, dreams for just 5 more minutes of sleep? You will never create an extraordinary life if your mornings are spent in mediocrity. Just look at James, a man overflowing with big dreams and bold ideas. He wants to change everything about his life. He wants to get fit, build a strong career, and live with more discipline. But each morning, when the alarm goes off, he taps snooze, once, twice, 3 times. By the time he finally drags himself out of bed, an hour has vanished. He rushes through his morning. No time to exercise, no moment to reflect, no space to plan. At night, he whispers the same tired promise, tomorrow I'll do better. But tomorrow looks exactly like today, and the same as yesterday. And slowly, silently, his life dissolves in procrastination. Is that you? You might be thinking, but I'm not a philosopher, not an emperor or a warrior. I'm just an ordinary person. That's where you're wrong. You are the warrior in your own life, and your fight is real, every single day. This battle isn't on a field with swords. It's a quiet war against your own hesitation, your own laziness, your own comfort. And your first weapon? It's your decision the moment your alarm goes off. What should you do? Get up, immediately. No arguments, no mental negotiations, no deals with the lazy part of your mind. Feeling tired? Doesn't matter. Lacking motivation? Doesn't matter. You don't need to feel ready, you just act. Because if you keep waiting for motivation, you'll spend your whole life waiting. Get out of bed. Move. Do something. 1 push-up, a splash of cold water, a minute of deep breathing. Read 1 sentence, anything that says to your brain and body, I'm in charge, not my comfort. And above all, find your reason to wake up. Without a reason, your fire will die out. Ask yourself, what is it that I'm fighting for? Who do I truly want to become? Can you really accept a lifetime of mediocrity? Right now, you have 2 paths in front of you. 1, keep doing what you've always done. Keep snoozing the alarm, pushing your dreams aside, watching others succeed while you stay stuck behind excuses. Or 2, wake up. Break free from the grip of your comfort zone. Stand up and tell yourself, I will win. Now take the first step. Leave a comment. What will you do in the first 10 minutes of tomorrow morning? Write it down. Say it out loud. Own it. And if you're truly ready to change your life, hit that subscribe button. Because this isn't just another video, it's the start of you taking back control. Number 3, prioritize discipline over feelings. Prioritize discipline over feelings. How many times have you said, tomorrow will be different? Tomorrow you'll wake up early. Tomorrow you'll go to the gym. Tomorrow you'll finally get serious. But then tomorrow shows up, and nothing changes. You hit snooze again. You scroll endlessly through your phone. Another day disappears, another promise broken. Why? Because you're not in control. Dopamine is. That chemical that pushes you to chase rewards, it's not joy. It's not fulfillment. It's impulse. Eat junk food, dopamine. Get a notification. Swipe through videos, more dopamine. Your brain doesn't care if what you're doing helps you grow. It only cares that it feels good right now. And that's how you get trapped. Stuck chasing short-term pleasure while long-term success slips away. Your emotions are hijacked by dopamine. Feel a little bored? You open TikTok. Feeling stressed? You reach for that sugary snack. Can't find motivation? You play an inspirational video. And just like that, you're trapped in a loop. A cycle of easy, feel-good habits that teach your brain one dangerous lesson. Comfort requires no effort. Slowly, you transform into someone who avoids struggle, who fears discomfort, who feels helpless in front of their own emotions. But here's the harsh reality. Emotions can't be trusted. Think you need motivation to act? You don't. Think you should feel ready before starting? You're wrong. Think you must be in a good mood to work? That's a lie. The people who win in life don't wait to feel like it. They act regardless. They show up anyway. They get it done even when they don't want to. If you want power over your life, you need to build unshakable discipline. No excuses. No later. No negotiations. You're tired? Do it anyway. You're bored? Do it anyway. You're unmotivated? That's exactly when you need to move. Marcus Aurelius once said we must train ourselves in small things first, then we become ready for greater challenges. Discipline is the true driver of success. Not hype, not motivation, just discipline. So how do you take the first step? Start by removing cheap dopamine triggers. Turn off your phone alerts. Cut down your screen time. Stop using food as emotional relief. Rewire your brain to crave something real: progress, health, growth, resilience. Then step 2, make discipline automatic. Train daily, no matter your mood. Work hard even when you'd rather quit. Set non-negotiable rules for yourself and stick to them. Never again say, "I'm not motivated." That's not the truth. You don't need another burst of motivation. You need movement. Step 3, develop a mindset that embraces struggle. If something is easy, it's not worth much. If a road is rarely walked, that's probably the one you need to take. The things that matter most in life come with pain, persistence, and grit. Teach your mind that the best rewards don't come from rest, they come from resilience. You say you want success, but are you prepared to sacrifice for it? You crave transformation, but are you willing to let go of your comfort? You can read countless books on self-discipline, but if you're not willing to act now, all that knowledge is useless. A city without walls is vulnerable to attack, and a life without discipline will always fall apart. The Bible says it best. A man without self-control is like a city broken into and left without walls. So stop waiting for the perfect moment. Stop hoping for the right mood. Stop believing you'll magically feel ready one day. Begin now. Because once you truly grasp the power of discipline, you'll uncover a deeper truth. Your life is the sum of your habits. And that brings us to the next critical truth. Number 4, your life is built on daily repetition. Your life is built on your daily habits. Have you heard of the basal ganglia? It's the part of your brain that's responsible for building habits. When you repeat an action over and over again, the basal ganglia takes over. It turns that task into something automatic. That's why you don't have to think twice when brushing your teeth or tying your shoes. Your brain has turned these routines into second nature. But the same system is also responsible for keeping you stuck. It memorizes bad habits too: sleeping in, procrastinating, emotional eating. Without conscious change, it traps you in the loop. The things you do over and over, good or bad, become part of your identity. If your day starts with mindlessly scrolling your phone, you're not just wasting time, you're training your brain to delay responsibility. If you always find reasons to excuse your failures, you're reinforcing a mindset of helplessness. And if you keep saying, "Tomorrow I'll change," without ever following through, you're locking yourself in a loop of regret. You might believe that small habits don't matter, but when they're repeated hundreds or thousands of times, they shape your entire life. Success doesn't happen by chance. Failure doesn't strike in a single moment. Every outcome you experience is the direct result of your daily actions, or lack of them. So what are the habits that shape your future? There are 4 core principles. Control your thoughts, build your discipline, guard your focus, and take consistent action. This isn't just advice, it's a proven system followed by history's greatest thinkers. Master these 4, and you master your world. Let's start with the foundation: controlling your thoughts. What does it really mean to master your thoughts? It means refusing to let your mind be tossed around by every passing emotion. No more letting anger flare from a thoughtless remark. No more fear freezing you when it's time to act. No more worry keeping you from moving forward. Controlling your mind means learning to recognize what's actually in your hands and what isn't worth your energy. It means cutting off the noise, the drama, and the distractions, then channeling all your strength into what you can change. But clear thinking alone won't take you far. You need something stronger to back it up. You need discipline. You might feel a burst of motivation right now, but what about tomorrow when that spark disappears? That's when discipline steps in. Without discipline, motivation fades and dreams remain just dreams. Set an alarm and rise as soon as it rings. Make a plan and honor it. Teach yourself resilience, because if you can't govern your own behavior, how can you ever expect to take charge of your future? Now let's talk about the third essential habit: focus. Ever wonder why so many people never reach their goals? It's not always about talent, it's about attention. They can't stick with one thing long enough to see results. They drift from goal to goal, constantly pulled away by distractions. Social media, gossip, irrelevant news. These things drain hours from their day and years from their life. But those who succeed operate differently. They eliminate what doesn't matter and protect their time like it's gold. So what's your move? Start by deleting the apps that steal your focus. Set your phone to do not disturb. Pick one goal and pour everything you've got into it. Which brings us to the most powerful habit of all: action. You could devour every self-help book ever written. You could binge hours of motivational content. But none of it will matter unless you do something. Be honest. How many times have you told yourself you'll start tomorrow? You plan to get fit, launch a project, transform your life, but somehow nothing changes. Why? Because you're waiting. Waiting for a magical moment, a sudden rush of inspiration. But here's the truth: no moment is coming to save you. It's either you act now or you stay stuck. If you're still watching, that means you're not like most people. You didn't give up when it got uncomfortable. You're still here because deep down, you know this matters. Keep going. What's coming next will give you the full roadmap. If this message struck a chord, then like this video, not for me but for yourself, as a signal that you're ready to change, ready to take action. Number 5. Greatness always requires sacrifice. You say you want to accomplish something big. You say you want to defy the odds. But here's the truth. Are you prepared to pay the price? Or are you still hoping for success without struggle? Greatness doesn't emerge from lazy mornings, from constant distractions, or from living in your comfort zone. It's born in the moments when you choose effort over ease, purpose over pleasure. Sacrifice isn't just some motivational cliche, it's the harsh truth. You can't have it all. Want financial freedom? Then forget about wasting hours on entertainment. Want a powerful body? Then fast food and sleep-ins have to go. Want to sharpen your mind? Then dump the endless scrolling. You can't expect to build an elite life while living like everyone else. You can't dream of being unbreakable, but run from the pain that builds you. Every level of greatness comes at a cost. If you're not willing to pay it, don't pretend you're serious. Look at those who've made it. They didn't float to the top. They climbed with bloody hands and blistered feet. They endured what most wouldn't dare. Do you really think Marcus Aurelius became wise by lounging in luxury? Not even close. He waged war within himself daily, fighting impulses, ruling with integrity, and pushing his mind beyond limits. What about Epictetus? He wasn't born into privilege. He was a slave, beaten and broken. But that pain didn't destroy him. It shaped him. It carved discipline into his soul and made his philosophy unshakable. If these great minds had to pay the price for greatness, what makes you think you can succeed without doing the same? Do you still believe you can have everything without sacrificing anything? Picture a man named James. He wants a strong, healthy body, but he refuses to give up fast food and late-night binging. He dreams of a successful career, but won't put in the effort to learn and grow. Day after day, he promises himself, "I'll start tomorrow," but tomorrow never arrives. So he stays stagnant, forever dreaming but never achieving. Are you like James? Are you making empty promises to yourself? It's time to face the truth. Either you sacrifice or you remain stuck in mediocrity. There is no third option, no shortcuts. Greatness isn't for the weak. It's not for those unwilling to let go of what holds them back. Seneca once said, "No man is more unhappy than he who never faces his adversity, for he is not permitted to prove himself. No one is more miserable than the person who has never been tested because they've never had the chance to discover their true strength. Don't fear sacrifice. What you are willing to give up will determine what you gain. When you remove comfort, reject shallow pleasures, and embrace discipline, you will emerge stronger, sharper, and more resilient. Even the Bible teaches, "For whoever wants to save their life will lose it, but whoever loses their life for me will find it." If you hold on to comfort, the easy path, and fear of loss, you will never achieve anything truly meaningful. But if you dare to let go, to surrender the fleeting for what's lasting, and step beyond your safe zone, that's when true transformation happens. You'll discover a life that is stronger, deeper, and more fulfilling. So what's today's challenge? Are you ready to leave comfort behind? Are you prepared to push beyond your limits? Don't just talk about change, take action. Look at your schedule. How much time are you wasting on things that don't matter? How many distractions are pulling you back? Cut them out. Eliminate every habit that holds you back. Set your goals and start now. Greatness doesn't come from empty promises or words. It comes from decisive action. And when you finally make the sacrifices, you'll realize something powerful. The things you once held on to were the very obstacles standing in your way. Then you'll discover the next crucial truth. Comfort isn't a reward. It's the enemy of progress. Comfort is the enemy of growth. Have you ever wondered why you're not where you want to be? Why do your dreams remain just that? Dreams? Why do you seem stuck year after year, unable to move forward? It's not because you aren't smart enough, and it's not because you lack opportunities. The truth is, it's because you're too comfortable. Comfort is slowly destroying your potential. You want strength, yet you avoid pain. You crave success, but you steer clear of hardship. You want to take control of your life, but you seek ease instead of challenges. You think rest will revive you, but in reality, it's comfort that's draining you. Like a blade left unused, both your mind and body grow dull with time. Look at someone who spends 8 hours a day in an office. They sit, click, type, answer emails, then go home, sink into the couch, and waste time on Netflix. Day after day, year after year. His back starts to ache. Fatigue sets in, and he convinces himself it's just aging. But the truth is, it's not aging at all, it's neglect. His body isn't getting older, it's reacting to being ignored. The same thing is happening to your mind. If you don't challenge it, if you keep reaching for easy, mindless entertainment, recycled opinions, and shallow conversations, don't be surprised when your focus weakens, your creativity fades, and your willpower vanishes. Have you heard of neuroplasticity? It's the brain's incredible ability to rewire itself based on how you use it. If you always take the easy way out, your brain will optimize for laziness. If you avoid challenges, your brain will wire itself for fear. But if you push yourself, if you deliberately choose the hard path, new neural pathways are formed. You'll become sharper, stronger, and more resilient. You can reprogram yourself, but not from the comfort of your couch. Think of a marathon runner. He can't run 26 miles on day one, but every day he pushes his limits just a little further. Every day, his body adapts to greater intensity. The same applies to you. If you never do anything difficult, you will remain weak. If you never test yourself, you'll never discover what you're truly capable of. As Epictetus once said, difficulties are things that show what men are. You won't know who you are until you're tested. A blade only becomes stronger when it's forged in fire. A person only truly grows when they overcome struggle. So start today. Want to be stronger? Don't wait for motivation. Go to the gym now. Want to improve at your job? Don't wait for someone to teach you. Seek out knowledge, sharpen your skills, and push yourself to grow. You want a more meaningful life? Don't shy away from fear. Face it head on. Step into discomfort. Every time you do, you're rewiring your brain. You're transforming yourself into someone more powerful. The Bible says, by your endurance, you will gain your lives. Without endurance, you'll never achieve the life you desire. Without struggle, there is no growth. Without courage, there is no freedom. Don't let comfort control you. Choose the harder path. Push yourself into challenges. Make every day a test of your willpower. If you're ready to break free from the chains of comfort, comment, "Comfort is a trap," and take the first step forward. Small wins every day make the difference. How many times have you told yourself, I'm going to change? How many times have you planned for a more disciplined, stronger, and successful life, only to fall back into old habits? How many times have you looked back at your day and realized you accomplished nothing? There's nothing wrong with failing, but here's the real danger. Believing that change only happens through a dramatic breakthrough or grand turning point. You wait for motivation to strike. You wait for the perfect moment. You wait, and you stay stuck. Wake up. Life doesn't work that way. Successful people don't wait for the perfect moment. They create it. And they don't do it through giant leaps. They do it through small, consistent steps, day after day. There's a story about a man named Mark. He used to be a loser, not because he lacked ability, but because he believed he needed a massive change. He wanted a better job but never worked on his skills. He wanted to get in shape, but every time he thought about working out, he felt overwhelmed. Then one day he tried something simple. No more massive goals, just one small action every day. 5 push-ups, 1 page of a book, 1 short note about what needed to be done. A week passed, and those small actions became habits. A month passed, and exercise was no longer a burden, but a natural part of his day. A year later, he was a different person. No magic, no sudden breakthrough, just small wins repeated over and over until they created a massive transformation. Look at those who achieve great things in life. They don't wake up one day and suddenly become extraordinary. No one becomes a master overnight. Everything starts with small actions done consistently. That's how Arnold Schwarzenegger went from a poor Austrian boy to a bodybuilding legend. That's how Thomas Edison failed thousands of times before inventing the light bulb. So what's the problem? The problem is you overthink. You let your mind control you instead of the other way around. You hesitate, then convince yourself you're not ready. You get trapped in your own thoughts, and the only way to break free is to act immediately. Next time you have something important to do but feel hesitant, try this. Count down from 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Then act. Don't give your brain time to negotiate. Don't let excuses creep in. Just do it. Get out of bed. Pick up the book. Send the email. Go to the gym. Just move. Do you remember the last time you looked in the mirror and wondered why you haven't changed? Don't let that moment happen again. Marcus Aurelius once said, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one." Stop debating with yourself about what you should do. Just do it. Pick one thing from your to-do list and get it done. If you move forward just a little every day, a year from now, you'll be far beyond where you started. But if you keep hesitating, a year from now, you'll still be in the same place. Or worse, you'll have fallen behind. And then you'll go through the same cycle of regret, the same what-ifs all over again. The Bible says, "Whoever watches the wind will not plant. Whoever looks at the clouds will not reap." If you keep waiting for perfect conditions, you'll never begin. If you keep waiting for the right moment, you'll never achieve anything. So don't wait for tomorrow. Don't think you need a huge change right away. You just need one small win today. One step, one action right now, and tomorrow another win. A year from now, you'll look back and see how far you've come. But if you do nothing, do you know what will happen? A year from now, you'll still be exactly where you are. Still stuck, still hesitating, still full of regrets. You don't want that, do you? Then right now, count down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go. Number 8, you are the only one responsible for your life. Have you ever looked in the mirror and asked yourself, why is my life like this? Why are your dreams still just dreams? Why are you stuck in a job you hate, in dull relationships, in a body you're unhappy with? And have you ever dared to admit that you are the one who created all of this? It sounds harsh, but it's the truth. No one else is responsible for your life but you. Not your parents, not the education system, not the government, not luck, just you. Maybe you don't want to hear this. Maybe you want to believe the world is too cruel, that you never had a chance, that you're a victim of circumstances. But think about it. If you keep believing that, where will you end up? If you keep blaming everything around you, what will change? Nothing. You can complain all your life, but complaining won't make you stronger. You can blame the world, but the world doesn't care. You can avoid responsibility, but in the end, you're the one who suffers. There's only one truth. You are the cause. And if you are the cause, you are also the solution. It all starts with your mindset. What you believe determines how you act, and how you act determines your life. If you believe you can't change, you'll never try. If you believe you're not good enough, you'll never grow. If you believe you're just a victim, you'll live like one. But if you believe you can change, everything shifts. If you believe you have control, you'll stop complaining and start acting. If you believe you're strong enough to face challenges, you'll find a way to overcome them. So the real question is, what do you believe? There's a simple truth most people refuse to accept. Success doesn't come from luck. It comes from small decisions repeated every single day. Want a better body? Get off the couch and start working out. Want a better career? Stop wasting time on meaningless things and invest in your skills. Want a better life? Stop waiting and start doing. No one is going to do it for you. No one will drag you out of bed every morning. No one will force you to make the right choices. It's all on you. Maybe you think that's unfair. Maybe you think others had a better starting point than you. Maybe they did, but that doesn't change the fact that only you can change your life. There was a man named Jackson. All his life, he believed he was destined for mediocrity. He hated his job but never looked for another one. He wanted to be fit but never exercised. He said he didn't have time, yet every night he spent hours scrolling through social media. And then one day, Jackson realized nothing was changing because he wasn't doing anything to change it. It wasn't because he had no opportunities. It wasn't because the world was against him. It was because he refused to take responsibility. That could be you. You can keep living the same way, keep waiting, keep making excuses, or you can get up and do what needs to be done. But remember this, if you don't do it, no one will. If you don't change, nothing will. And if you don't take responsibility for your life, you will always be a bystander, never the one in control. Are you willing to look back in 10 years and regret it all? Are you willing to let your dreams die just because you were too lazy to act? Are you okay with knowing you could have done better but didn't? If your answer is no, then the time is now. Don't wait another second. Don't look for more excuses. Don't waste another moment on things that lead nowhere. Get up and do what needs to be done right now. We've just explored 8 powerful principles that can help you master your thoughts, control your emotions, and develop the discipline to shape your own destiny. But none of it matters if you don't act. You can nod along, agree with everything, and then slip right back into old habits, or you can stand up right now and make a change. No one is coming to do it for you. No miracle is waiting around the corner. It's just you and a choice. Stay stuck where you are, or take control of your life. If this video sparked something in you, don't leave without hitting like. If you found value in it, share your thoughts in the comments. What have you been putting off for too long? What will you change today? And if you haven't subscribed yet, now is the time. There's so much more to come. Insights, lessons, and strategies to help you develop a Stoic mindset, take action, and turn the impossible into reality. But none of it will matter unless you start. Not tomorrow, right now.